Hi everyone and welcome to my May TBR. These are the physical books that I want to read this month, and I've also got some Kindle books as well, so I'm going to go through them. I'm going to start off with these two because I have actually read one of them already and nearly finished another one, and that's because it's currently the 5th of May, so I'm filming this slightly late just because that's the only time I had a chance to film it. And this month, like during May, I'm also filming a book which is like about reading books out of my comfort zone. So 3 of the books in this TBR are for that video, and one of them I've already read. And the one that I've already read is a book by Stephen King. So I've never read anything by Stephen King before. You hear that he is like the horror king or whatever, but he does actually write mysteries and other things as well. The one that I read was kind of a horror, but I'm not going to tell you my thoughts on it. I'm going to leave that until the video or the end of the month or whatever. So this book is basically 3 books in one. So I've read the first book, which is the one that was on this TBR. The other 2 not, but if I feel like reading them, I can. And this is 3 of the books that he wrote under the name of Richard Buckman, but obviously it was actually Stephen King. And this, apparently the book that I've read, it's called The Long Walk. Apparently that was the first book he ever wrote, and he was about 17 when he wrote it, which is crazy that he was so young. And this book, it sounded really intriguing to me, but because I'd never read Stephen King, that's why it's out of my comfort zone. But yeah, this book is basically about 100 boys who enter this competition. The competition runs every single year. So there's 100 boys that enter, and they have to, part of this competition, they have to just keep walking. That's literally all they have to do, is go on this really long walk, but they're not allowed to go below 4 miles per hour, which I googled the average walking speed, and the average walking speed is between 2 and 4 miles per hour. So that must be pretty fast to continue walking. And they've just got to walk for days on end like that until there's no boys left, until they're all dead, basically. So they can either die of a natural cause that happens on the walk, or if they start walking below like less than 4 miles per hour, they get a warning, and they're allowed 3 warnings, and after their 3rd warning they get shot. Yeah, the winner of the competition is the last one standing pretty much. So there's only one boy who can survive. If they win the competition, they can have whatever they want for the rest of their life. But obviously that's just so risky to go on the competition, because there's 100 boys, so there's 1 in 100 chance that you're going to win. And the thing is, you've just got to keep walking and walking. I couldn't do it. No way, I couldn't do it for sure. But anyway, that's the first book that was on my TBR, but I have read it, so I'm not going to let you know what I thought of it until my wrap up or my reading vlog. The next book that's on my TBR, which I actually only have about 30 pages left, so I think I'm going to finish this when I have lunch today, but that is After I Do by Jenkins Reid. Little sneak peek, I am loving this book. It's so good. It's sad though, like when I first reading it, so it starts off talking from when they were young, how this couple met, and then they're slowly falling out of love with each other, and they decide, after they've been married for 10 years, they decide to split up for a whole year and just do their own thing. They're not allowed to talk for that whole year, and then after that year they'll come back together and decide if they want a divorce or not. And just, it was so sad, like seeing them fall out of love with each other. It made me feel like deeply sad. I'm going to tell you my final thoughts because I haven't read it yet, but that is the basic premise of the book. So yeah, that's that one. I'm not going to talk about it anymore because I will tell you what I think in my wrap up. The next book on my TBR is Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir, and this one is another one that's going to be in the Out of My Comfort Zone book vlog, and the reason for that is because it's a sci-fi book, and I don't read sci-fi. I don't think I've read anything sci-fi really before, but this does sound really interesting, and I am really interested in space and space themed things, so I've watched like space films and stuff with my partner and I really enjoyed them, so I'm hoping I will enjoy this book as well. And this is just about this guy who wakes up and he's in space pretty much, and he's been part of this mission, and everyone else is dead. Everyone else is dead and that, and all he knows is that he's just been asleep for a really long time. He wakes up, there's no one else, and he's in the middle of space, and I think he's just basically got to figure out what's going on, how he got there, what mission were they a part of, and how he will get home. So yeah, it sounds really interesting. It's quite a thick book, so I'm hoping I'll enjoy it because it's quite a lot to get through. But anyway, yeah, that is a book that is out of my comfort zone, and I will be vlogging my experience reading this, so you will get all my thoughts in that video. The next book on my TBR this month is Slammed by Colleen Hoover, and to be honest I have no idea what this is about. I think it's one of her young adult novels, I'm not too sure, but this is a trilogy and I've got all 3 of the books which I got for my birthday, which will be in an upcoming birthday book haul, which will be coming soon. I don't really have much idea what this is about and I don't really want to know, I just want to go into it blind, and I love Colleen Hoover, I love everything she writes, so yeah, that's just one that I need to get to of hers, so I'm excited to get to that one. And the next 2 physical books I want to get to this month is The Bride Test and The Heart Principle by Helen Hoang, and these are the 2nd and 3rd books in the Kiss Quotient series. I've read the first book, The Kiss Quotient, and I gave that 4 out of 5 stars I think, so I want to get to these 2 next. Yeah, I just want to get the series finished and get to these ones. They're quite short reads, so I don't think they'll take me very long, and I think they follow people that potentially appeared in the first book and it's their love story. And all these books follow, and one of the main characters is someone on the autism spectrum as well, so it's kind of like how they deal with finding a partner and dealing with dating and that kind of thing. So it's quite interesting to read about, so I'm hoping I will enjoy both of these. And the last 3 books that are on my May TBR are ones which are on my Kindle. One of them is on Kindle Unlimited. No, actually, I think 2 of them is on Kindle Unlimited. So one of them is A Taste of Poison by Tessonja, Odette, and this is the 4th book in the Entangled with Fae series. You're probably sick of hearing me talk about this series because I've read the first 3 books of the series recently, and I've really enjoyed all of them, and they're all like a fairy tale retelling based in this world where there's fae and humans. This one's a Snow White retelling, and I don't really remember the story of Snow White too well, other than there's the wolves and stuff in it. Whether they'll be in the retelling, I don't know, but I kind of hope so. I'm really hoping I enjoy this. I have actually started this book, but I've only read about 2 chapters, so I've barely read anything of it, so I can't really form an opinion on it yet. That is one that I want to get to, and the 5th book I think comes out later on this year, so that will be good. So I just wanted to get these 4 done so that I can then read the 5th one when that one comes out. The next book I want to read is also on Kindle Unlimited, and this is Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark, and this is the 1st book in the Brutal Birthright series, and I think there's quite a few books in this series, and this is actually a mafia romance, and I've not read any mafia romances before, so I have no idea what to expect, but apparently Sophie Lark's books are really, really good. I've heard some great things about these. I don't know the exact premise of the book, but I kind of want to go into it more blind. I prefer going into books a little bit more blind. You just get more of a surprise, really, and I quite like that. But yeah, I'm not really sure what to expect because I know that dark romance isn't always for me, so it depends how dark this is, or I don't know. I don't really know what to expect, but I'm hoping I enjoy it, and it's on Kindle Unlimited, so if I don't like it, I've not wasted any money, I've just wasted time. And then the last book is another book that is also going to be in the Out My Comfort Zone vlog, which is Conversations with Friends by Sally Rooney. I do own this on my Kindle. I bought it ages ago for when it was on a 99p deal. And I think this, the audiobook is also on Libby, which is an app which links to your local library and you can borrow audiobooks on there. I think I'm going to listen to the audiobook at the same time, just because I think it might help me get through it. And the reason this book's out of my comfort zone is just because Sally Rooney, apparently her writing's quite different, and this is also more of a literary fiction rather than a romance or something, so it's kind of something a bit different for me. There's also a TV series on this book as well, so I will watch that after I've read the book if I enjoy it. If I don't enjoy it, I mean, I might watch the TV series anyway. Who knows, because that might be better than the book, I don't know, but anyway, that is all the books that I want to read this month. I'm quite positive that I will get through them all because at the moment I'm absolutely flying through books. I don't know why, but I just am proper flying through them at the moment. So that is my stack, and obviously 2 of them I've already basically read, and then the ones on my Kindle have got to go as well, and I started one of them. I kind of end up reading 3 books at once. I don't know how I keep up with it all, but anyway, my life's chaotic, what can I say? So I hope you enjoyed the video, and please like and subscribe if you want to see more from me, if you want to see my reading vlogs or anything like that. They're all up on my channel, and yeah, I will see you in the next video. Bye!